Hi guys, I saw the Supportive Tarot 25 Wacky Questions. So I had to jump in. I can't resist a VR. So I've got my list here. I'm going to jump right in. I think I saw Simon's reply, but I haven't watched anyone else's. I wanted to do my own and then watch everybody else's reactions in their VRs. So I'm very glad that this is going so viral. It's really fun, and it's just another way of getting to know everybody. So here are mine. Question 1. What is something you hate but you wished that you loved? For me, roller coasters. They look fun, they go really fast, but I'm afraid of heights, and anything that has to do with dropping or falling, forget it. I once rode a Jurassic Park water ride, and I swear it was just, the water ride where you drop. But I swear I lost 5 years of my life on that one. And then I found out later it was 85 feet tall. It was the one in Florida. So after that, no way. You cannot get me on any ride like that. I get anxiety just thinking about it. Question 2. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Okay, there are a lot of food questions on here. I'm such a foodie, so it's really hard to choose. If I have to pick just one, it's a good old chocolate. I love chocolate. We have a brand out here in the Pacific Northwest called Tillamook Dairy, and that is the creamiest, most delicious chocolate ice cream in the world. I'm getting hungry thinking about it. Question 3. Which celebrity chef would you most like to make you dinner? Undoubtedly, absolutely, Gordon Ramsay. I've tried a couple of his recipes. Actually, his steak one is actually easy to make, and it is so good. His other recipes are just really good and wholesome food. And plus, I'm a huge fan of his, so to have him come and cook me some dinner, that would be absolutely amazing. Question 4. What is your favorite childhood book? This was hard for me because I read so much as a child. I didn't want to consider any, really early childhood books, so I went with Watership Down. I read that when I was 7. My grandmother gave it to me for an Easter present. And I think I read that book 12 times. And in the early 90s, I wrote to the author, Richard Adams, and asked him, why didn't you make a sequel? And he was actually kind enough to write back. And I was a pen pal of his. He passed away recently, which was very sad, but absolutely loved that story. And I think Netflix is going to be making a series out of it, so hopefully it will be good. I know they made a cartoon movie of it in the 70s, but it wasn't that great. Okay, are you a morning person or a night owl? Definitely would be the night owl. I have to get up at 5 every morning for work, and I just dread it. I don't like it. It's dark out, it's cold. Everyone else is snoozing. So no, not a morning person. 6. If everything in your house had to be just one color, what color would you choose? Probably blue, because there's so many different shades. You can go a very light baby pastel blue. You can go, a dark navy blue. I love blue. What is your favorite day of the week? Friday. Who doesn't love Friday? Maybe those people that, unfortunately don't have weekends off, but Friday is definitely my favorite. In fact, I tend to call Thursday Friday Eve. Happy Friday Eve. I got that from a coworker. So pass that on. When it's Thursday, Happy Friday Eve. It kind of helps you get over that last bit of the hill. 8. Can you whistle? I can whistle. I can whistle the usual way, but you might notice I have a little bit of Faye Dunaway here, so I can also whistle that way. So I can't wolf whistle. I've seen people that, they do their fingers and they have that really loud whistle. So Can't do that. Question 9. If you had to choose one cartoon character to be your best friend, what character would you choose? So many cartoon characters out there. Probably Mufasa, because I love The Lion King, and Mufasa was just a pretty cool character, you know, very wise, very cool lion. It'd be just fun to hang around. Okay, question 10. Do you believe in ghosts, and would you ever go ghost hunting? Yes to both. When I was a child in Oregon, lived in a house that had a ghost, and it was always fun on sleepovers. My friends would hear the footsteps going up and down the attic stairs, and they got used to it just like I did. I've gone on a couple fun ghost walks in Charleston. You know, they tour the old jail. I don't know if I'd, do the serious, camera where they get all infrared and everything, because usually they hear noises and they freak each other out and run and stuff, and they don't really find anything. But sure, I'm up for, going and looking and checking things out. Let's see, 11. Which of the 7 dwarves is most like you? Grumpy, happy, sleepy, bashful, dopey, sneezy, doc. Probably because I have to get up so early. Sleepy. Because usually by 10 o'clock I'm just so tired, because I know that 5 o'clock is coming around the corner. Now on the weekend, I do like to stay up and sleep in. Maybe 8 or 9 is a luxury, so I'll take sleepy. 12. What is one of your favorite smells? Oh my goodness. First, I have to say books. The leather, the pages, the ink, fresh mowed grass, and but books. That's the first thing that came to mind. Storming outside. I don't know if you heard the thunder. 13. Would you rather be able to copy and paste in real life or undo? Definitely undo. Edit, undo. Edit, undo. Of course, hindsight's 20/20, right? 14. What is the best type of cheese? Another foodie question. That was hard to answer, but I once bought some cheese from a supermarket, and it was in their, howdy-toddy area, and I took a picture of the label because I can't find it anywhere. It was an 11-year-old Fontina, and when I ate it, it was just, I dubbed it the world's greatest cheese. And unfortunately, I like Goudas and Cheddars and Swiss, Brie, but that particular brand of Fontina, it was just so good, and I savored it. I would take little slivers off of it because I knew I couldn't find it anymore. So that was the world's greatest cheese. 15. If you had a warning label, what would yours say? Probably something to do with beware, this woman turns into Medusa behind the wheel. I try to be patient, but I get road rage when people are, doing the wacky Mario Racing Brothers, cutting in and out and not merging, and, driving in front of you at 5 miles an hour while they're texting on their phone. I just get really, annoyed, and, I might yell and stuff, but thankfully I haven't been in any altercations because of my temper. So, 16. What's the one food you could never bring yourself to eat? Veal. Just the thought of, the how and the why it's made, just can't do that. I also don't like really stinky seafood, so, but veal would be the one you just couldn't get me to try. 17. If your 5-year-old self suddenly found yourself inhabiting your current body, what would your 5-year-old self do first? Well, probably go to the ice cream parlor and order a huge banana split, and then go to Barnes and Noble and buy a whole bunch of books, which I probably would do now if I had the opportunity. So that's probably what I do. 18. If you could shop for free at one store, which one would you choose? Undoubtedly Amazon, because you can find, pretty much anything you want, and you can get it in 2 days. So, yep, Amazon. 19. If you had a bottomless budget to build a fort, what would yours look like? Well, it would be nestled in the forest, the evergreens, looking at the ocean so I could see the sound, and it would be cozy, probably either A-frame or Craftsman, the Pacific Northwest style, with lots of windows to bring in light. Not too big, just cozy and snug and soft, comfy blankies and lighting, and of course lots of books and a little fire going and some fresh tea. 20. What's your favorite kind of sandwich? More food. I love a good turkey sandwich with Swiss and alfalfa sprouts and tomato and lettuce. It's making me hungry. And sourdough. And it has to be genuine West Coast sourdough. There is a difference. When you're on the East Coast and the label says, sourdough, it doesn't taste the same. So anybody who hasn't tried, the genuine West Coast sourdough, you're really missing out. 21. What is your favorite type of clothing? I love what I have on now. This is something my husband bought me, and it's just this cozy, I think it was just called loungewear, and it's not PJs, but it's like a soft kind of thin sweatshirt. Anything cozy like that. I have a bathrobe that I've had for years, and it was from Pottery Barn, and it's just so fluffy and cozy. Just something you'd wear on a cold, rainy day, to curl up in. Let's see, we're almost done. 22. How do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza? Sure, it's yummy, it's good. I'm all for it. I won't eat it with like anchovies or fish or anything, but pineapple, absolutely. As a child, I lived a couple years in Hawaii, and we used to eat the pineapple fresh off the field, so pineapple goes good with everything. 23. Do you sing in the shower? No, I probably used to when I was little, but I don't. I get up at 5, so when I stumble in the shower, I'm half asleep. So if I sang, it would, it probably wouldn't make any sense. So, no. 24. Have you ever caught something on fire while you were cooking? I have not. I might have burned something if it, stuck to the pan, but nothing ever has caught on fire. 25. Last question. If you could have any mythical creature as a pet, what would it be? It would probably be a griffin, the cross between the eagle and the lion, because it's just a very majestic creature that can fly, and it can protect you, and it can also cuddle. And if you're walking down the street, no one's going to mess with you. So that would be it. So those are my 25 wacky questions. I will wrap this up and upload it, and then start diving into everybody else's response. Take care, guys. Bye.